How many cracked plastic things have you thrown away because there was no good way to fix them? Bins, toys, car trim, all of it. Today, I'll show you a repair that actually holds using a welding tip I made from a cheap piece of copper pipe. Watch until the end to see just how useful this seemingly useless piece of copper tubing can be. First, I take a small piece of copper pipe. Use a hammer to gently flatten one end of the pipe. Work with slow taps and do not hit too hard because the pipe wall could crack or the edge could break. Once the end of the pipe is flattened evenly, I bend it into the shape I want. Next, use a cutting tool to shape the soldering tip, cut off the excess, and clean up the point. The goal is to create a tip thin enough to transfer heat well, but still strong enough to press against the plastic. If the tip is too thick, it will be harder to fit closely into small cracks. Now, we have a homemade soldering tip to try repairing plastic. Now remove the old soldering iron tip. Install the copper pipe tip we just made into the correct position, then tighten it securely. If the tip is loose, the heat will not transfer evenly, and the work will be harder to control. I use a soldering iron with about 60 watts of power. I wait for the copper tip to heat up steadily before bringing it to the plastic piece. With large tiers like this, welding only the outside surface is usually not enough. I will use paper clips to increase the strength. Place each paper clip along the tear on the backside of the plastic piece. Then use the soldering tip to heat the paper clip until the metal slowly sinks into the plastic. Do not press too hard because it could make the hole deeper or deform the outside surface. I work on each one in order keeping the spacing even so the entire tear is connected together. These paper clips act like a small skeleton inside, helping keep the two plastic edges from separating when the part vibrates or takes light force. After the paper clips have sunk into the plastic, I continue welding the surrounding plastic closed to secure the entire tear. If you have ever repaired car plastic using another method, comment below so we can all know. But this is only half of the process. The next step will decide whether the surface looks good and stays strong. Next, I mix automotive body filler with hardener. Take just enough, then mix it well on a flat piece of plastic. I spread the mixture back and forth so the two parts blend together better. When the mixture has a uniform color with no separate streaks left, it is ready to use. Now spread the mixture evenly over the entire tear. Press lightly so the filler goes into the dense small gaps in the area that was just reinforced with the paper clips. There is no need to apply it too thick. Just fill the low areas evenly first. Then apply it on both sides to increase sealing and help the repaired area stay more stable. Wait for 60 minutes. After it dries, I use P400 sandpaper. Spray water onto the surface and sand evenly. The water helps reduce dust and helps me see which areas are still raised. I sand with even movements and do not stay in one spot too long. The goal is to bring down the high filler areas and make the surface close to flat. Now, rinse away the sanding dust to check it. Once the dust washes away, the uneven spots will show more clearly. Continue with P1000 sandpaper. This sandpaper is finer, so it helps remove the remaining scratches before painting. I sand in multiple directions, use a light hand, and keep the surface wet. Then rinse it clean one more time. If the surface no longer has large raised edges, the final paint layer will look better. Now, flip it over to the inside. Continue sanding, cleaning, and finishing it just like the outside. The inside does not need to look as nice as the outside, but it needs to be clean and solid, so the repair will not peel at the edges. Do not judge the result too soon. I will try tapping it directly with a hammer to see whether it can handle it. Now I will test the strength. Use the handle of a screwdriver to tap directly on the area we just repaired. I tap with just enough force to test it, not to destroy the plastic piece. After several taps, the plastic piece is still very solid. The crack does not open again, and the filler does not peel off either. This is important proof because looking at it with your eyes alone is not enough. If the reinforcement is weak, it will show right away at this step. Finally, all that is left is to repaint it in the correct color. I apply an even coat of paint over the repaired area so the patch blends into the surrounding plastic. Then, wait for the paint to dry completely. This is the result after finishing. The tear has almost disappeared, and the plastic piece has become firm again in this test. From an old piece of copper pipe, we created a simple soldering tip to help repair car plastic. If your plastic part has a light crack, and it is not an important safety-related component, you can try this method before replacing it. If you found this tip useful, don't forget to hit like and follow for more simple but effective repair tips.